We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie Kay from the MTA. How's Stephanie over there?
I'm doing well, but it's really cold in here for some reason.
I know
I'm
the
freezing.
air conditioning is like on, like super drive or something.
Well, it's so hot outside. I think they had to do that.
It's like 90 degrees and high humidity.
I know. I want to get out. I know. I'm here till 5, but I want to get out in that warm. I love the sun. I can take the heat a lot more. I can get in a car when it's really hot inside, and I can stay inside until I can't breathe, and I put the windows down.
Really?
I like the heat. I like the
sun.
sun.
Well, then you'd like Florida, because Florida's like that all the time.
Oh, I know. Maybe not too hot too often, but anyway, you can sleep better when it's cold, I guess. So I look at it that way.
Yeah, well, the warm weather's not so bad. It's the humidity that I don't like.
Yes, I agree 100%. But you know what? You can get outside with some mindfulness if you want to do that. And I have a special guest in the studio today. She's so cute. I wish there was on TV instead of radio here.
Yes,
instead of audio.
we don't have TV vision here or smell
I'll
vision
take pictures. Either. We have Jennifer Kiesler. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Jennifer, thanks for being here. And you should be on TV because you're just that pretty.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So I know you've just started with the CRIM in November, but what are you doing there? What's your title?
I'm an associate director with the Mindfulness initiative at the CRIM Foundation. So a lot of people don't know. They think of the race when they think of the CRIM, but we have a team and we focus primarily in the city of Flint, but then throughout Genesee County, teaching all different forms of mindfulness and helping with well-being.
Well, so tell us something you're doing, like we can look forward to maybe having some activities with.
Yeah, so we're really, really excited. We're having the first mindfulness and yoga retreat in the city of Flint that's ever been hosted. And we have a variety of local artists helping us with this, with teaching and facilitating along with our team. But it'll be located at Tenacity Brewing.
Oh, yes.
Yep, in their backyard and connecting to Chevy Commons. And we're going to have yoga, sound immersion, breathing techniques, and all sorts of different activities throughout the day that people can experience here in Flint, and breaking the stigma of you don't have to go some fancy place far away to experience and feel a retreat. And so we wanted to host it right in the city of Flint to break that stigma, and then also to create more accessibility. So anyone who wanted to be a part of a retreat, if the cost was an issue or transportation, that it was accessible for everyone. So nice. We're very grateful. We have support from Flint Recast, and Flint residents get to attend this for free. So they get their ticket for free. Yeah.
Wow. So how can they get those tickets? How do they go about doing that?
We have a registration link on our Facebook page or our website. It's limited to 50 tickets, and we already have 14 signed up in just a few days.
It's going fast.
Yeah. And then there's 100 tickets total. So non-residents in Genesee County, it'll be $50, but it's valued around $350.
Really?
Yeah. And it includes a dinner from Tenacity, and then also a free t-shirt, a memento t-shirt to take home, and then all of the luxuries of a retreat from 1 to 6 p.m., including we're going to end with a community drumming circle. So
nice. So beer and yoga, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that's a heck of a combination.
We'll be outside of the alcohol consumption area for the retreat. And then I believe Tenacity is open later if people wish to stay, but they do have fresh kombucha on tap.
There you go.
And root beer. So
what's kombucha for those listening don't know?
Oh yeah. Okay. So kombucha is an ancient tea. It's a fermented tea. It's I think it's thousands of years old.
Really? But it's not stale?
It is. Yeah. And it's filled with probiotics, really good for gut health. So it helps balance out the stomach.
I want that. That sounds good.
Yeah. And it's locally made. So
really?
So we're so thrilled and excited to present this to the city. We plan on doing this annually, and this will be the first one. So
nice. It's for the one day.
Yes, it's one day. It's Saturday, September 7th. Registration starts at 12. It's from 12 to 12:50 p.m. And then the retreat begins at 1 and ends at 6.
Well, I did do a mindfulness kayaking trip with you once before you had gotten there, of course. And that was so very nice because MTA provided the transportation and you guys provided the kayaks. You put them right in the water. We could use them and they take it back out. It was $10.
That's awesome.
So inexpensive.
You have to be very mindful of branches and
well, they would
water.
stop and do a little yoga, and they would do like a little mindfulness,
Don't forget about the sharks in the Flint River.
No, actually, you'd be surprised. The Flint River, you think, you hear about it being dirty, but it wasn't.
it's
I felt
beautiful
like I was in
over there.
Colorado or something. We saw a bald eagle. We saw a little beaver building like a little dam. I thought, this is like great. It was beautiful.
It is beautiful. We were going to do that this year. But due to it being our first one, we wanted to make sure everyone had, a great experience.
Sure.
And so next year, we may add that in as well, because kayaking is mindful and experiencing nature and seeing the Flint River and meeting new people.
And they put those kayaks right behind Tenacity. That's
Yes,
where
they
it was
do.
located. Yeah.
Yep, there's
Nice.
a launch right there.
Yeah. So it was perfect.
I love
So
kayaking.
this is going to be a nice event. So how many, you're limited though, right? How many you can have?
Yep, we're limited to 100 this year. And next year we hope to double it. So we've had great interest in it and a lot of support from the community. So
Good.
we hope to continue to grow it and provide more mindfulness and just greater well-being for everyone.
Do they bring their own yoga mats?
Yes. So if they have their own yoga mats, we encourage them to bring it, but we'll have a few extras. So we're going to bring, I believe, like 25 extra mats just in case anyone doesn't have one. So we'll have that for them as well.
And it's nice to bring a partner, right? To have somebody come with, maybe your girlfriend or something wants to join you.
Definitely.
Or you can come by yourself, though, obviously.
You can come by yourself, bring a friend, bring some family, to come meet new people. And that's what it does, is it's about community and connection as well. And socializing is part of our well-being too. So is
there an age limit? Like what age?
This year it is 18 and up.
Okay.
Yep. So next year we may make some changes, but for this year it's 18 and over.
That makes sense. And it's all about the mindfulness and about the mental health. That is so important. We were talking about that off the air here, about how important mental health is. And that's what's overlooked so many times.
So many times. And breaking the stigma of that and showing different ways. So practicing mindfulness or practicing meditation can be practiced in many ways. Like you mentioned, kayaking, sitting in silence. Most people think of kind of sitting cross-legged with the hands. That's not the only way. And it's actually a difficult way to practice. So a lot of times there's things that come natural to each of us. Art, music, kayaking, gardening, anything that we do where we lose track of time. So we're not thinking about the past or the present, as we're kayaking, we're paddling, looking at the water and our surroundings. And in that moment, we're in the present moment. And that is what fires those new neurons in the brain. And being in the present creates more presence with us so we can continue to experience deeper meaning conversations and connect deeper in our lives. And statistically, they say we mind wander 50% of our lives. So 50% of our lives, our minds are wandering.
Wow.
So
Mine just did.
daydreaming.
Yeah.
Really.
Thinking about the past or the future.
Yeah, well, that's true. I can see that. I've done that. When you're multitasking too, you're not in the moment. You're not just enjoying that.
Yeah.
I know even when I have my grandkids, I want to make sure the house is clean. I want to, take them to do something fun. Just sit and talk to them. Take that moment to really listen to them and see what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's hard for a lot of people because we've been taught to go, go, go. And,
right.
We have electronics and beeping and so many things and not enough time to do it where, resting and taking care of ourselves mentally and physically is definitely connected. So, it's not selfish to take time for yourself. It's
needed.
And it can be difficult to learn to sit, and moving slow in yoga can be very challenging when we've been taught we're not getting anything, if we're not physically feeling something extremely hard, although we can make yoga very challenging. But, so it's a journey. It's a journey of self-awareness, of learning about ourselves, sitting with ourselves, and maybe asking questions and learning about our feelings and emotions. Mm-hmm. It's been, I've played many sports throughout my life, and yoga came to me during a life experience. And it was difficult for me to embrace, but as I began studying and reading more, it carried me through that more than anything. And so that's when I became passionate about it. It wasn't available for doctors to send me to, or my insurance wouldn't cover, but they all encouraged it. And, explained to me that it would help with the healing of my brain and what I was going through at that time. So, that's when I became a yoga instructor back in 2017.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
And so I decided I was going to do this, and I wanted to share it with others who maybe like me or have, we all have different life experiences. And so then working with youth of giving them the tools when someone tells us, hey, just take a deep breath and calm down. Yeah. Well, that's great, but how? Right. And there's a therapeutic way and a scientific way and different breathing techniques. So in order to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, there's correct way to do it. So we are teaching youth to how to take those breaths.
So important.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they don't know.
Yes. And strengthening that presence and mindfulness. So they have those tools available now instead of, when I was 40 years old when I learned it. So
you don't look 40 years old now.
No.
Oh my I thought you were in your 20s.
Me too. Really?
Wow. Thank you.
I'm shocked, but impressed. So you sound very knowledgeable. Did you get a degree on this? I mean, how did you get all your studying? How did you learn so much?
I studied a lot. I have several certifications through, I took a certification in the science of well-being through Yale, my yoga certification through the AFPA, which is a nationally recognized certification, and several other certifications. So I also wanted to understand the psychology behind it. So not only what I was doing physically, and I knew it was helping me, but why.
Yeah, sure.
And so we actually have some neuroscientists through Brown City that is part of our board, and on the CRIM. Yeah. And we work with a couple of universities. So we have a board that sits on our team that advises as well. And we utilize evidence-based programming. So it's not just, us just saying, hey, this is it.
Try this move. You seem to know the history behind it in the science.
Yep, and the science and how the brain works. And I think that's an important key.
Sure.
Is understanding how our brain works. Nobody could tell me. They're just like, oh, this is happening and this is happening to you. Well, why? But they didn't tell me, this is what you can do to help mitigate that. And to correct that. And so for me, it's been one of the most powerful tools in my own life journey. And so sharing it with others and giving this to others is my why I'm here.
Passion. Yeah.
My passion.
I would love to learn. So do you give any kind of yoga lessons that we can look you up and take your courses, your classes?
Yeah, I primarily work with youth and education. So I work a lot in the schools and with families right now. I do teach at some events locally still, but we have community yoga at Beecher Park and then at the Flint Public Library. And if you go to our Facebook page or our website, we have several instructors that teach. So,
okay, when do you teach at the library?
Okay, so I don't.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Yeah, so I primarily teach in the schools right now. Okay. So with students and educators, just because of time. But we do have other instructors that are trained and work with us with the same materials.
So you can find all that on the Facebook page.
Yes.
And what's the name of the Facebook page to go to that?
CRIM Fitness Foundation.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And they post it on there. Or you can go to the website, to the CRIM Fitness Foundation page website. And all of the information, just click mindfulness, and then all of our different programming is listed there.
Well, it sounds wonderful. Thank you for sharing all this information. And I bet you might not be sold out the first year, but I think you're going to definitely have more and more people as they see how wonderful that is.
Yeah. And how mindful it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Mindful. Yes, definitely.
So once again, that date is Saturday, September 7th, and it's from 1 until 6, and it's only $50 for all of this, which is worth about a $300 value, she said. And if you're in the city of Flint, you get it for free. That's amazing. So once again, how do they get in touch with you? How do they call? How do they get at Facebook? How do they get a hold of you?
So the easiest way is to go to our website, and there's a link there that they can click on. They can contact me directly at CRIM Fitness Foundation, or my email is jkeesler, so it's JKEA, S as in Sam, LER, at CRIM.org. So you can email me, you can call the CRIM office and ask for Jen Keesler, or you can reach out on our Facebook page and we'll get back to you, or there is a link about the retreat on our website that you can click and I'll be responding to you, and all my information is listed on there as well.
Good. Do you happen to know the phone number to the CRIM Foundation? It's okay if you don't.
What's really funny is I don't know the phone number because my phone number is like this thing that goes on my phone that I'm just learning. It's not even an actual phone. So
that's okay.
But no, I do have it.
Well, there you go.
Look I have my card here. I'm prepared.
Oh, you are? Yeah, yes.
I don't know.
Should be mindful right now.
I'm being mindful right now. That phone number is 810-201-3800.
There you go.
That's where I can tell she turned 40 because she took the card and held it further away.
Yes.
So that's proof that she is, yes.
I forgot my glasses.
That's okay.
I have to wear mine. Yeah, I get it.
Seriously, wouldn't you have thought she was like 20-some years old?
Absolutely.
Aw,
So I guess
you.
yoga works for you.
Yes,
Hey.
see?
I need to do
Being
that.
mindful works for you.
Absolutely.
Yes,
There you go.
definitely. Mindfulness is for everyone.
It is. You're right. All ages, especially the youth. I love that.
Yes.
Well, thank you once again for coming in. Jay and I do this every week. So if you're doing something else along the road, just let us know and come back in and we'll put you on. And it's always free to do this.
Awesome.
Get the information out. And Jay, if somebody else is listening that want to be a guest, how can they do that?
All they got to do is just send us an email. That's it. It's podcasts@mtaflint.org.
Or find me, find you.
Or
Both-
find, you just look for Stephanie. She's everywhere.
And I'll say, sure, come on in. Well, thanks for being in. Thanks for listening. Now you know to listen to On the Road with the MTA, Stephanie K, and Jay
That's me.
every week. We want you to be healthy, safe, and have a wonderful day. And do be safe. And thanks for listening.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.